Hi everyone, I'm back. My name's Michelle Van the Curve. I'm the autistic blogger behind my blog series, The World of Autism. It has been some time since I've done had some episodes going, but I'm getting back to it, especially with the holiday season right now. So I'm very happy to give you guys all a special treat here. I actually have a returning guest on this one because it has been some time since we followed up on this guest. We have Justin. How are you doing today, Justin?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, good. Glad we have Thanksgiving approach. So, and all the other holidays. So it's
Mhm.
definitely nice about that. But I wanted to go into about like what's been with you since we've last chatted and everything. Like all the good things have happened. I know you've had a lot of accomplishments happen recently.
Mhm. Yeah, I have, just from my work wise to more public speakings to just to different things out there wise to getting the word out about for autism, basically more in general.
And that's important, especially like um I feel like we're also like moving on to more advocacy now happening, not even just education, but the advocacy piece of it is really happening. So, but in regards to your public speaking, I feel like you've branched out a lot more. So can
Oh
you
yeah,
tell about those experiences?
yeah, getting more of a CIT crisis intervention team, police officer of autism, and of course branch out to more like do a little more of a job fair approach wise, just helping people like us on the autism spectrum, just give them more hand information about how to be more successful in getting your foot in the door workplaces, basically, like where you just have them building a resume to networking or power and just to prep for interview skills wise or how to dress and everything else too.
Exactly. And I know I could share a little bit from my own experiences that like I had to really make sure to like when it came to interviewing skills to get like the jobs that I have today, like I had to make sure that I would practice interview questions that were going to come up, like potential interview questions that are pretty common
Mm-hmm.
in a job interview. And these skills are so important because that's how you can land a job. And I also feel like nowadays, like it's a lot more with connections
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that,
basically, I know I had my earlier years when basically on trying to find work, it was like very difficult wise on because I didn't know if my disability was holding me back or just I didn't have experience. You just don't know what it is basically, and I mean, there's a lot of people, employers have to interview or that better candidates. It's just a good guess as anybody else wise, basically why you haven't got any foothold or whatever. Then the company, you put an application in and fill a resume, your own resume handout, basically too.
oh, exactly. Especially like, I know for me, when I first was learning how to write a resume, it was in my community college in back up in New Jersey. And I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. I'm like, I had to go to they had at the community college I went to, they had like a job career center. So like I would go there and learn how to write a resume and stuff. And ever since then I took that template and was able to implement it for any other job interviews I went for. So I just that's one technique that people could use, by the way. But yeah, those are really good, important approaches that you shared.
Also,
When it,
just the networking. If you know your biggest advantage wise of getting your job your foot in the door for certain places, if you know someone on the inside of the place wise, it might be able to create a position or basically help you get past that interview step or something like that too.
oh, exactly. I can share from a personal experience of mine that happened a year ago around this time. I was going for being a behavior specialist, which that's what I work as today. And part of why I got the job was also because of connections. I was already in the school district as it is, but I had a colleague who I who was actually the parent of the student that I was working one-on-one with. So it kind of like it kind of all like circled around in a way. So that's how it kind of worked out for me. But it was also because the key thing also not just the connections, but it's also your experiences. When you have that knowledge, which that's I if you agree with me on this, Justin, that one of the strong suits of for us for autistic people is having like that interest or that knowledge of like whatever special interest is or experience that we're able to share that with people. And I think that really helps in anything, including with an interview.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you have companies like what you're doing wise and mine. Like if you work with kids in autism spectrum, I feel employed wise.
Yeah. And it's very important because, it's important for which I think this is an important message that I think we're both sharing here is that it's important for companies, whatever it be like an ABA therapy company to a school district to Microsoft, for example, or whatever company, that
Mhm.
you take into consideration like the interest that a what autistic or neurodiverse people have and really use that to your advantage, you know,
Mhm.
because that can help the company so much.
Also, like, companies, they can also use that as a tax credit for hiring people like us wise and all the other people out there too.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And I was gonna go back to backtrack a little bit more of like where I feel like with your job, it's helped you gain a lot of public speaking
Mhm.
opportunities. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
I've been able to talk to different centers wise about my journey of autism basically, and the staff loves it wise, and it gives them more tools and information to work with their own, work with the kids wise if they work with wise, and give them the working the behavioral skills and some in the school district or public schools or private schools and enrollment too afterwards.
yeah, which is awesome. And I'm glad that you still continue to do that. Thank you for sharing with that.
Mhm.
So I want to wrap this up by with you sharing like one advice that you have for someone that's on the spectrum that's looking into public speaking like you are.
Just have a bit more confident and just have some material what your expertise is on and go from there wise and just make it look professional and everything as well and just get the audience's attention and have them be happy, basically and just keep the flow of momentum going.
Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I I I definitely could say that too, just to summarize what you were saying, is that it's important to be knowledgeable of the topic or whatever expertise you got and run with it when you're gonna speak at an event or like for schools or companies and whatever. So I thought that that's a really important message for people to know and also not to give up. I don't know about you, Justin, but I think it's also important for everyone in the autism community and their diverse community to not give up on their dreams, such as with being a public speaker.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. So I want to thank you, Justin, for this time. And it was awesome having you back on as a
Mm-hmm.
returning guest and everything. And for those that haven't followed this journey yet, or my own, or anything, or with my blog website, like make sure that you follow with my handle at my professional brand as Exceptional Shell at Self Advocate MV. You can follow
Hmm.
me on all social media platforms, and don't forget to follow Justin as well because he's got he's got a lot going on with his public speaking journey.
Yep.
Awesome. So take care, everyone.